Welcome to Global Sky Update. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. In the heart of Southeast Asia, Sabah emerges as a land of breathtaking beauty, rich culture, and deep controversy. Its landscapes are a tapestry of emerald rainforests, rugged mountains, and turquoise seas, drawing travelers and adventurers from around the world. Known as the land below the wind, Sabah sits just south of the typhoon belt, making it a long-standing safe haven for sailors and traders navigating the unpredictable waters of the region. For centuries, its shores have welcomed people from distant lands, shaping a unique blend of cultures. Today, Sabah is famed for its majestic Mount Kinabalu, one of Southeast Asia's highest peaks, its ancient rainforests teeming with rare wildlife, and its world-class diving spots like Sipadan Island, considered a paradise for divers and nature lovers alike. But beneath this natural wonder lies a fierce and complex dispute that has shaped the destiny of its people. Two nations, Malaysia and the Philippines, both lay claim to Sabah, each with their own historical narratives and legal arguments. For Malaysia, Sabah is a vital state, an integral part of its federation since 1963, contributing to its diversity, economy, and national identity. For the Philippines, Sabah is seen as a lost territory, once ruled by the powerful Sultanate of Sulu, whose legacy still echoes in the region's culture and politics. This isn't just about history or old treaties, it's about identity, sovereignty, and the daily lives of millions who call Sabah home. The dispute affects families, communities, and the sense of belonging for people on both sides of the border. Over the years, the conflict has sparked diplomatic standoffs, public protests, and even outbreaks of violence, leaving a mark on the region's stability and international relations. Colonial-era treaties, legal ambiguities, and powerful currents of national pride continue to fuel the conflict, making resolution elusive and emotionally charged. To truly understand Sabah's story is to unlock a deeper understanding of Southeast Asia's complex politics, shifting alliances, and the enduring impact of colonial history. In this video, we'll uncover the origins of the dispute, explore the arguments on both sides, and reveal why Sabah remains so important in today's world, politically, economically, and culturally. The story of Sabah is more than a border argument. It's a journey through centuries of history, the intricacies of law, and the very meaning of nationhood. Join us as we dive into the heart of Borneo's most enduring mystery. Sabah is more than just a stretch of land. It's a treasure trove of natural resources and a linchpin of strategic power in Southeast Asia. Its unique geography and rich environment make it a region of immense importance, not just for Malaysia, but for the entire region. Beneath Sabah's soil and off its shores lie vast reserves of oil and natural gas. These resources have turned Sabah into a cornerstone of Malaysia's energy sector, fueling industries, powering homes, and generating billions in revenue every year. The wealth from these resources is vital for Malaysia's economy and energy security. Sabah's fertile land is also a powerhouse for agriculture. It produces palm oil, a global commodity found in countless products worldwide. The palm oil industry supports vast plantations, provides thousands of jobs, and brings in significant export earnings, making it a backbone of the local economy. Timber and agriculture further add to Sabah's economic might, with its forests supplying valuable wood and its fields yielding crops that feed both local and international markets. Sabah's long coastline faces some of the world's busiest shipping lanes, giving Malaysia a strategic advantage in controlling key maritime routes. This access is crucial for trade, security, and regional influence. The presence of a major naval base in Sepanggar Bay further underscores Sabah's strategic value, allowing Malaysia to project power and safeguard its interests in the region. For the Philippines, gaining control over Sabah would mean direct access to these lucrative resources: oil, gas, timber, and agricultural wealth. It would also boost the Philippines' regional presence, giving it a stronger voice and greater influence in Southeast Asian affairs. The potential economic windfall and strategic advantage are powerful incentives that keep the Philippine claim alive, fueling ongoing debates and diplomatic efforts. Control over Sabah isn't just about settling old historical disputes, it's about securing power, prosperity, and influence in one of the world's most dynamic regions. That's why the dispute over Sabah endures, shaping politics and ambitions on both sides of the border. To truly grasp the roots of the Sabah dispute, we need to journey far back in time, tracing the tangled web of history that shaped this land. Our story begins centuries ago, in an era when kingdoms and sultanates ruled these lands, and borders were drawn by alliances and wars. In the 1600s, the powerful Sultanate of Brunei, beset by internal rebellion, turned to the neighboring Sultan of Sulu for crucial military assistance. As a gesture of gratitude for this vital support, Brunei granted control of North Borneo, what we now call Sabah, to the Sultan of Sulu in 1658, a decision that would echo through the centuries. This historic transfer forms the very foundation of the Philippine claim to Sabah, a claim rooted in centuries-old agreements and royal promises. Fast forward to the 1800s, European colonial powers, driven by ambition and the lure of new territories, began to set their sights on Borneo's rich lands. In 1878, the Sultan of Sulu entered into a treaty with a British syndicate, granting them rights over North Borneo in exchange for annual payments, a deal whose interpretation remains hotly debated to this day. The British North Borneo Chartered Company soon took over administration, transforming the territory and eventually passing it to direct British Crown rule. Meanwhile, Spain, which ruled the Philippines, protested these developments but ultimately relinquished its claims to Borneo in the 1885 Madrid Protocol, further complicating the region's legal landscape. After the devastation of World War II, North Borneo was reconstituted as a British Crown colony, setting the stage for its eventual transformation into the Malaysian state of Sabah. These colonial deals, shifting empires, and overlapping treaties laid the complex groundwork for the territorial dispute that continues to this day. The seeds of conflict were sown long before modern borders existed, leaving a legacy of uncertainty and contention that still shapes the region's destiny. The 1960s brought decolonization and the birth of Malaysia. Malaya, Singapore, Sarawak, and North Borneo, Sabah, joined to form a new federation. The Cobbled Commission found most Sabahans favored joining Malaysia, seeing it as a path to independence, but the Philippines and Indonesia objected. The Philippines revived its claim, arguing the British had no right to transfer Sabah. Indonesia launched Konfrontasi, opposing the new federation. Despite protests, Malaysia was born on September 16, 1963, and North Borneo became Sabah. The Philippines argued Sabahans never had the option to join the Philippines or be independent. The dispute became central to Malaysia-Philippines relations, creating a diplomatic rift that persists. The Philippines has never dropped its claim. Two nations, two narratives, one unresolved conflict. The legacy of 1963 still shapes the region. At the heart of the Sabah dispute is a single word in the 1878 Treaty Pajak. The Sultan of Sulu granted rights over North Borneo to a British syndicate for annual payments. The controversy? Whether Pajak meant lease or cede. Malaysia insists it was a permanent cession, forever. The Philippines argues it was a lease, with sovereignty never surrendered. Annual payments, they say, prove it was rent, not a sale. Linguistic ambiguity fuels the legal deadlock. Some translations support lease, others cede. This unresolved word has kept the dispute alive for over a century. Both sides cling to their interpretations, making compromise elusive. One word, two meanings, endless conflict.
Malaysia's stance is clear. Sabah is Malaysian. End of story. They cite the Cobbled Commission and UN assessment. Sabahans chose Malaysia. The 1878 treaty, they argue, was a cession, not a lease. Annual payments were cession money, not rent, and stopped after armed incursions in 2013.
The Philippines counters that the Sultanate of Sulu never gave up sovereignty. They say the treaty was a lease, so the British and Malaysia had no right to transfer Sabah. The Philippines also questions the self-determination process, arguing Sabahans never had a real choice. The claim remains in Philippine law and is pursued by the Sultan's heirs. For both sides, the fight is about history, law, and national pride.
The Sabah dispute plays out in the media as much as in diplomacy. On Malaysian TV, the message is firm. Sabah is part of Malaysia, recognized by the world, and the debate is closed. Reports highlight Sabah's economic contributions and the will of its people. Any challenge is framed as a threat to national unity.
In the Philippines, News anchors stress historical injustice and the unwavering claim. They cite the 1878 lease and ongoing payments as proof of Sulu's rights. Interviews with legal experts and the Sultan's heirs keep the issue alive. The narrative is one of persistence and national honor. Two countries, two stories, each reinforcing their own truth. The media keeps the dispute in the public eye, fueling national sentiment.
Today, Sabah is a thriving economic engine for Malaysia. Oil and gas drive its GDP, funding infrastructure and development. Palm oil plantations make Sabah a global leader, though not without environmental costs. Agriculture and seafood exports add to its wealth. Tourism flourishes, with Mount Kinabalu and Sipadan Island drawing millions. Ecotourism and conservation efforts are growing. Malaysia points to this prosperity as proof of successful integration. For Sabahans, their modern identity is tied to Malaysia's progress. Economic reality challenges historical claims. The Sabah dispute remains unresolved, with no easy solution in sight. Malaysia refuses international arbitration, insisting the issue is closed. The Sultan's heirs have turned to commercial courts, winning a massive award in Europe, now fiercely contested by Malaysia. The legal battle has become a high-stakes financial fight, but the real future lies with Sabah's people, a diverse, modern population who see themselves as Malaysians. Any solution must respect their will and identity. The path forward demands diplomacy, respect for law, and peace. The question of Sabah's fate remains one of Southeast Asia's great open stories.